Yes, 6 sons.
Okay.
Three of them are upstairs right now, making
Three of them
noise.
upstairs.
Yeah, the other three are grown. Yeah.
Okay, okay. They playing some good Fortnite, huh?
No, not on school night. Absolutely not.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no.
I
None of
don't
that
blame
stuff on school. No, no, I ain't playing that.
So what would you say? What are some raising boys like that into men? What is something that you say that you really teach to your sons about becoming a man and experiencing life as a man? Because I feel like in 2024, I personally have been experiencing life more in detail of like what it means to really be a man. Like when it comes to mental health, like I feel like sometimes mentally we don't really seek the therapy that we need or seek the help that we need to carry on with our lives. And sometimes we may feel alone, right? And speaking of that, you recently were featured on a song called Alone, right?
Hmm.
So I want to ask you, about that song, tying that into what I'm asking you. What is something that you teach your sons about, becoming a man that will help them, beyond being a teenager and living life?
I think being a man is accepting growth and responsibility and um, having having integrity, having respect for life, your loved ones and women. I think being a man is a provider and being strong and resilient. But I also think being a man is knowing when to lay down your strength and to lean on somebody else, to know what your strengths are and your weaknesses, and being okay with exposing that to seek the help that you need. And yeah, being a man is something that takes time because you're not born a man. So this is things you have to learn and things you have to be exposed to so that you can become a good man. The thing is to be a good man.
Mm. And the thing is, though, like growing up, coming up as an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, like I heard it,
Mm.
plenty of times. Be a man, be a man. But like you said, it takes time, though. You know what I'm saying? But the people who are around you, they don't have time for you to take time, as a man. You know what I'm saying? So would you
Hmm.
say you just really teach your sons to like not worry about the outer world and just worry about yourself and make sure that you take care of yourself in the way that you are growing and developing how you're supposed to?
Absolutely. Get to know yourself and don't focus on the outward world. Make sure that you're okay. Because if you're not okay, you know, that's going to be a problem that's going to follow you. That doesn't have anything to do with anybody else, what they say, what they feel. It's going to bother you ultimately. That's something that you're going to have to undo. So if you get it right the first time, bump your head a few times, whatever it may be, but try to get as much of it right the first time. So as you grow and you're learning, you don't have to undo a bunch of stuff. And we learn things that we have to unlearn, but there's a lot of great teachings out there. You just have to be aware of who you're listening to, because there's some toxic people out there that were teaching you to be a man that you'll realize, like, hey, man, had I known long ago, I wouldn't have, invested so much time into learning what they were telling me. Um, you know, I would have tried to do the research on my own to find some of the things out and listen to the people who were giving me the examples that I looked up to. You know what I mean? That's some people that you can see, okay, they're grown and they're doing stuff. They may even be successful, but that's not the type of man I want to be. So you have to seek the type of guidance that you feel fits your integrity level,
Mm.
and it's something that you strive to be because it makes you better, or it makes it better for other people as well.
Mm. And I'm looking at the comments as well while we're having this great conversation.
Hmm.
And some people are mentioning, hey, it's okay for men to cry. right now.
I cry on stage, so I never had a problem with crying.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't mind. My boys, they can cry. It's okay. Like all my sons know they can cry. We hug, we kiss, we tell each other we love each other. That's not a problem around here. Like can't have toxic masculinity. You know, because it becomes poison to yourself. You and those are most of a lot of times those are the ones that really, you know, deal with a lot of mental issues because they're so trapped in their masculinity that they don't allow themselves to have those moments where they cry or they
Mm.
let their hair down and, you know, feel like I don't have it today. I'm not my best. I'm not as strong today. It doesn't take away your overall strength. It's just today I just need to reboot, and that's okay.
Mm. Like, how do you feel about crying in front of women?
Man, I do it on the stage. 10,000. I've done it on stage with 30, 40,000 people in Africa. Um, 2 nights in a row, just crying and not hiding it. I don't really care. I don't care what people think about me crying.
No, because I've had this conversation with a woman before,
Yeah, I'll
and
cry in front of a woman. I cry making love. Whatever. When it comes, it comes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's what it's all about. Hey, I already said when it's time for
Yeah,
me to get married, when my bride walks down that aisle, shoot, them tears gonna be falling. Like, don't give me no
abs-
tissue.
absolutely.
I don't want no tissue or none of that. I want her to see these tears so she can see
Yeah,
how
man.
much I want her. You know what I'm saying? And I love her. And but the reason why I asked is because I had this conversation with a woman one time and said that, and she said, if men cry, we still have faith in you that you can actually still take care of a family. You know, even if you cry in front of us, because
Crying
sometimes, we
doesn't make you weak.
right.
And if there's somebody who that consider you weak because you're crying, then they already thought you were weak in the beginning.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like that shouldn't dictate what they think. This is Mason. Say, hey, Mason.
Hey,
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 hey. I don't do all that.
he's
Nigga, don't start off.
giving you all the love. He or she.
Yeah. He, Mason.
That makes sense. That points out to a good thing because sometimes, like I said, like just some of the teachings that we got from people who we weren't supposed to get teachings from. They say, hey, don't cry in front of your woman because she's not going to think you're not strong enough, to hold on to the family and stuff like that.
Then she's a weak woman.
Mm.
And she doesn't support you fully. She's only into you for your masculine, whatever your masculinity can do for her, but not the whole, the entirety of you.
Mm.
You know. So maybe you might want to find somebody else who can allow you to be whatever you are within your own truth.
Mm. Exactly.